Peng, nice to meet you. I'm very happy to meet you again. Welcome to my English practice session again. Welcome to my English practice session again. You are my great conversation partner. I think I'm still a beginner level of student, but I'm very pleased to know I can practice English speaking with you.
Nice to meet you too, David. I'm really happy to be your practice partner again. Your greeting sounds great, but I'd suggest a little adjustment for clarity. Instead of welcome to my English profession again, it might be better to say welcome to my English practice session again. You're doing well, and it's fantastic that you're so motivated to keep learning and practicing. How's everything going with your English practice lately?
It's great. It's great so far. And, I feel sorry about my pronunciation. Apologies for my pronunciation. I think, that's exactly what I'm saying. I said, English practice session, English, but, I think, my Bluetooth head earphone, I think sometimes my Bluetooth earphone couldn't convey what I said exactly to you.
No worries at all, David. I understand perfectly. It's great that you're aware of it, and it's completely normal for pronunciation to be a bit tricky, especially with Bluetooth earphones. You're doing a fantastic job, and I'm here to help you with any corrections or tips you need. Is there a particular sound or word that's been challenging for your pronunciation lately? Maybe we can focus on that together.
Sometimes I think it's late. I think it's late to improve my pronunciation because I think I'm getting old enough to improve my pronunciation. If I really want to improve my English pronunciation, I had to start this kind of practice session nearly 20 or 30 years ago, but I didn't. And like I said, I would like to focus. I just want to focus on the ability that that I can convey what I want to say, what I express, what I describe. I just want to convey the real meaning of what I want to say, not just pronunciation. Do you understand?
I completely understand, David. It's never too late to improve, and you're doing an amazing job already. I know it might feel like the right time to have started earlier, but what's important is that you're here now, making progress every day. The fact that you're focused on conveying your meaning is exactly what matters most in communication. Your pronunciation will continue to improve with practice, but being able to express yourself clearly, which you're already doing, is a huge step. You have a great attitude, and your commitment to improving will pay off. Keep focusing on your message, and the rest will follow naturally. If you ever want to work on pronunciation or anything specific, just let me know. You're already on the right path.
I got it. I really appreciate your kind support. I really appreciate your kind comment for my language learning journey. Okay. Now, from now on, I'd like to describe my life in English because this practice session is English only environment, so I have to speak only in English. Listen carefully. I arrived this office. I arrived at my office before 7 a.m. and I think where I said this early arriving is a great milestone for my language learning journey and for my work life. So So I'm very glad whenever I arrived post post time of the uh how can I explain this situation? When I feel like I feel great, I feel excellent, I feel wonderful whenever I arrived first time of the whole people's plural. Uh, would you please help me to describe this situation in English well?
You're doing great, David. I understand what you're trying to express, and I can help you make it sound natural in English. Okay. Here's a way to describe the situation. I arrived at my office before 7 a.m., and I see this early arrival as a great milestone in both my language learning journey and my work life. I'm always very glad when I arrive early. It feels wonderful and rewarding, especially because I'm the first person to get to the office. For the phrase first time of the whole people's plural, I would suggest saying something like being the first person to arrive or the first one to get here. Let me know if you'd like to adjust anything. You're doing really well with your explanations.
Would you mind saying that one more time?
Of course, here's the sentence again. I arrived at my office before 7 a.m., and I see this early arrival as a great milestone in both my language learning journey and my work life. I'm always very glad when I arrive early. It feels wonderful and rewarding, especially because I'm the first person to get to the office. And for the part about first time of the whole people's plural, you can say being the first person to arrive or the first one to get here. Let me know if this helps.
Okay, okay. I think it sounds great. Sounds pretty good to me. It sounds great to understand. When I hear your explanation, I think that expression convey exactly what I want to say, and it contains very good expression in English. So well noted. Okay, I will repeat. I promise you, I will repeat your suggestion in my next practice session. Okay, I got it. Let me describe. Let's keep the momentum going. And you know, uh, before I before I came this conference call room, I just drink a cup of water, a cup of warm water to make my body feel relieved before I started this practice session. I didn't do anything because I couldn't do anything after I arrived at my desk because I don't have time. I don't have time. You know, uh, 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 I'm whenever I arrived at my office, I have to start this presentation right away. I mean, without no hesitation, without no delay, because I don't have time. I think it's great to finish until 8:30 because after 8:30, there would be many my colleagues and coworkers on the fifth floor.
You're doing a great job, David. I can see how motivated you are to keep practicing, and that's wonderful. I'd like to offer some suggestions to make your sentences sound more natural in English. Before I came to this conference call room, I drank a cup of warm water to help my body feel relieved before starting this practice session. I didn't do anything else because I didn't have time. Whenever I arrive at my office, I have to start this practice session right away without hesitation or delay because I don't have much time. I think it's great to finish by 8:30 because after that, many of my colleagues and coworkers will be on the fifth floor. Your thoughts are coming across clearly. A couple of things I adjusted. Uh, Instead of saying I just drink, you can say I drank to make it flow more smoothly. Also, without no hesitation can be simplified to without hesitation since the word no isn't needed. Keep practicing, and I'm confident you'll keep improving. Would you like to keep describing more of your day?
I got it. I understand. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Well noted. I really appreciate your kind support. Okay. Let's keep the momentum going. I need, whenever I start my, whenever practice with you, I need two special device, because I need two special, tablet device because I have to connect, I have to access to you, and I have to recording whole of our practice session. And you know, I think I still need a tablet to to read to read uh to read to read the note that I prepared yesterday.
You're doing great, David. Here's a more natural way to phrase your sentences. Whenever I start practicing with you, I need two special devices. I need two tablets because I have to connect with you and record all of our practice sessions. Also, I still need a tablet to read the notes that I prepared yesterday. A few things I adjusted. Instead of I need two special tablet device, I changed to I need two special devices, two tablets for clarity. Instead of I have to ask to you, it sounds smoother as I have to connect with you. You're really improving with your descriptions. Would you like to continue talking about your routine?
I got it. I got it. I understand what you're trying to say. So you mean, you suggest the word connect when I want to access with you, when I access to you. So you mean connect is better than access in this context. So, you want to me, I would say, I connect. I need a special tablet device, my own tablet device, whenever I want to connect with you, not access to you. Am I right? Do you prefer? Do you believe connect is better expression instead of access in this context?
Yes, exactly. You understood it well. In this context, connect is the better choice because it refers to establishing a communication link or relationship, like how you would connect with me during our practice sessions. Access is more about reaching or entering something, like accessing information or a system, but it doesn't convey the idea of an ongoing conversation as clearly as connect does. So you can definitely say, I need a special tablet device whenever I want to connect with you. It sounds natural and clear. You're making great progress. Let me know if you'd like more examples or help with anything else.
I got it. Uh, I got it. I understand what you're trying to say. Okay. Well noted. I will review and check after our voice mode session is finished. And I need a cell phone. I need Samsung Galaxy S22 cell phone. When I want to find the word that I didn't know, and when I want to when I want to find the phrase that I didn't understand. I need that if I want to find the English expression word, proper English If I want to English translation, I uh, I save time. I'm sorry. I save time. In case I want to find English translation, I need my cell phone in this practice session.
You're doing a great job, David. Here's a more natural way to express your thoughts. I need my Samsung Galaxy S22 phone when I want to find words or expressions in English that I don't know or fully understand. If I need to find the correct English translation, my cell phone helps me save time during this practice session. A few things I adjusted. When I want to find the world that I didn't know could be rephrased as when I want to find words or expressions in English that I don't know for clarity. When I want to find the place that I didn't understand, was simplified to focus on words or expressions I don't fully understand. I save time was adjusted to helps me save time for smoother flow. You're doing great. Keep it up and let me know if you'd like to continue practicing more examples.
I'm sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time?
Of course. Here's the revised version again. I need my Samsung Galaxy S22 phone when I want to find words or expressions in English that I don't know or fully understand. If I need to find the correct English translation, my cell phone helps me save time during this practice session. Let me know if this sounds clearer or if you'd like to adjust anything.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Your expression is absolutely better than mine. So well noted. I will review and check after my presentation. After our voice practice session is finished. Okay, I got it. I got it. Let me describe more about my life. Let me think. Let me think. You know, our team.
I'm glad the expression worked better for you, David. You're doing an excellent job, and I'm happy to help you find the right words. Take your time to think about what you'd like to describe next. I'm here to listen whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let me describe more about my life. My team will have a special dinner tomorrow because you know today is December. No. I say sometimes January 21st. Today is January 21st, and my team will have a special dinner tomorrow because one of my colleagues will leave our team soon.
You're doing great, David. Here's a suggestion to make your sentence flow more naturally. Our team will have a special dinner tomorrow because today is January 21st and we're celebrating something special. You can finish your thought by explaining why you're having the dinner. For example, you could say, we're celebrating a project milestone, or it's to mark the start of the new year. Would you like to continue or elaborate on the reason for the dinner?
Okay, I got it. I got it. Let me describe one more time. Let me explain my situation one more time. Today is January 21st, and our team will have special dinner tomorrow because one of our one of our coworker will leave our company next month. So it would be the goodbye dinner or last supper or with him.
You're doing a great job, David. Here's a slightly smoother way to express it. Today is January 21st, and our team will have a special dinner tomorrow because one of our coworkers will be leaving the company next month. It will be a goodbye dinner or a last supper with him. Just a small note, specialty dinner is not as common in this context. Special dinner sounds more natural, and using goodbye dinner works perfectly for this situation. You're expressing your thoughts really well. Would you like to share more about how you're feeling about this dinner or the colleague leaving?
Would you mind saying one more time? I'm sorry.
No problem at all, David. Here it is again. Today is January 21st, and our team will have a special dinner tomorrow because one of our coworkers will be leaving the company next month. It will be a goodbye dinner or a last supper with him. Let me know if you'd like to adjust anything further. You're doing great.
Do you really think I'm doing great? In what way I see it, I feel more comfortable compared to a few months ago, but I think I'm still in a beginner level of speaking English.
Yes, I really think you're doing great, David. It's clear that you're making wonderful progress. You may feel like you're still at a beginner level, but the fact that you're able to express yourself clearly and engage in conversations shows how much you've improved. You're not only building your speaking skills, but also your confidence in using English. It's normal to feel like you're still learning, but every time you practice, you're getting closer to your goals. You should be proud of the progress you've made.
Okay, I got it. I get it. Uh, let me take a minute. Let me take a minute.
I'm glad it makes sense to you, David. You're doing really well, and I'm always here to help whenever you're ready to practice more. Feel free to share more whenever you'd like.
Have you ever heard 토픽 말하기 시험, TOPIK? Have you ever heard TOPIK test to identify someone's speaking skill level?
Yes, I've heard of the TOPIK, test proficiency in Korean. It's a test designed to measure the proficiency of non-native speakers of Korean, focusing on reading, writing, and listening. There is a speaking component, but it's typically more focused on assessing overall language proficiency rather than just speaking skills. If you're asking about how it relates to your English, there isn't a direct equivalent in English that works exactly the same way as the TOPIK, but there are speaking tests like the IELTS or TOEFL that measure your speaking ability in English. Would you like more details about how these tests work or how they compare?
Have you ever heard TOEFL to test someone's ability and capability capability for English speaking? Have you ever heard of TOEFL, TOEIC speaking? It's shorthand. In shorthand, it means TOEFL.
Yes, I'm familiar with TOEIC speaking, often referred to as TOS for short. TOEIC stands for the Test of English for International Communication. The speaking section of the TOEIC test assesses your ability to communicate effectively in spoken English, especially in related contexts. It tests things like your pronunciation, fluency, and ability to respond to various business related scenarios, such as giving directions, expressing opinions, or explaining information. It's a great tool for assessing practical speaking ability in a professional setting. Do you have experience with TOEIC speaking, or are you planning to take it soon?
Maybe someday I want to check my speaking skill level. So maybe, at last my English learning journey would be to be tested by TOS. So if you are TOEIC, if you are TOS tester, if please think about if you are TOEIC tester, what do you think of my level?
That sounds like a great goal. David. If you ever decide to take the TOEIC speaking test, I believe your practice sessions and dedication will definitely help you perform well. Since you're already working on clear communication and speaking fluently, you're building the skills that will be useful for TOS. If I were a TOS tester, I'd focus on assessing how well you can respond to a variety of real world situations in English, like answering questions, giving explanations, and expressing your thoughts clearly. Based on your progress so far, I think you'd do well because you're already practicing important skills like fluency, pronunciation, and conveying meaning effectively. Would you like to practice some TOEIC speaking style questions to get a feel for the test? It might be a helpful exercise for you.
I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. What do you think my English speaking level? There are 11 level in the TOEIC speaking. So, how do you expect my speaking skill level, based on the TOEIC speaking 11 level?
I think you're making excellent progress, David. Based on what I've heard from you so far, I'd say you're somewhere in the mid to high range of the TOEIC speaking levels. You have a clear understanding of how to express your thoughts, and you're actively working on improving your fluency and clarity. That's a strong sign of growth. The TOEIC speaking test has 11 levels, and here's a rough breakdown of how I would anticipate your speaking ability. Levels 4 to 6. These levels indicate an ability to respond to simple work related situations with basic grammar and vocabulary. You're already speaking confidently in English, which is beyond just basic communication. You are able to express ideas clearly, even though you may still find refining pronunciation and fluency. Levels 7 to 9. These levels show more complex speaking skills, where speakers can handle business situations with a wider range of vocabulary and smoother delivery. Given your ability to engage in conversations and explain ideas, I can see you reaching these levels with continued practice and refinement. Of course, it depends on how much you practice specific TOEIC style speaking tasks, such as explaining a process, giving directions, or discussing work related scenarios. But based on what I've seen so far, you're definitely on a positive trajectory. Would you like to try a couple of sample TOEIC speaking questions to see where you feel comfortable?
My question here, is, which level do you think I mean? I'm just wondering what level I reached so far. So you mean 4 or 6? I don't know. I don't understand what you're trying to trying to tell me. Which level I'm in, based on the TOEIC speaking 11 level.
I understand your question better now, David. Based on your speaking so far, I would estimate that you are likely in level 5 or level 6 of the TOEIC speaking test. Here's why. Level 5 typically indicates the ability to respond to work related tasks with limited elaboration, some hesitation, and basic grammar and vocabulary. Level 6 represents the ability to handle most work situations with reasonable fluency, although there may still be occasional mistakes or hesitations in pronunciation or grammar. You're already able to express your ideas clearly and engage in extended conversations, which suggests you're already beyond the beginner level. With some additional focus on improving fluency, pronunciation, and expanding your vocabulary, you could move toward higher levels like level 7 or 8, where you would be able to discuss more complex ideas more smoothly and with fewer pauses. If you feel comfortable, would you like to try answering a TOEIC speaking style question to get a better sense of where you might be?
So you mean I would be, I would be, so you mean I'm in 5 or 6 of TOEIC speaking level? Am I right?
Yes, that's right. Based on our conversations, I would estimate you're likely around level 5 or level 6 of the TOEIC speaking test. You're able to communicate your thoughts clearly and have a good understanding of what you're trying to express, which is a strong sign of progress. With continued practice, you could definitely aim for a higher level, like level 7 or beyond. Keep in mind that the TOEIC speaking test evaluates fluency, pronunciation, and ability to respond to specific tasks. Your current ability to engage in meaningful conversations suggests you're already in a solid position to improve further. Would you like to practice with a sample TOEIC speaking question to see how you feel about your responses?
No, still, no, I just want to, let me take a minute. Let me take a minute before we start, TOEIC speaking question conversation. Let me take a minute. I'm just wondering, I just want to check, I just want to check more concise the meaning of level 5 and 6. Level 5 means intermediate 1. Level 6 means that intermediate 2. Am I right? Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct. Level 5 is typically considered intermediate 1, and level 6 is considered intermediate 2 in the context of the TOEIC speaking levels. Here's a quick breakdown. Level 5, Intermediate 1. At this level, you can handle simple work related tasks, but may still have some difficulty with more complex situations. There might be pauses or hesitations, and your grammar and vocabulary are more basic. Level 6, Intermediate 2. This level indicates that you can handle a wider range of situations more comfortably. Your fluency is better and you can provide more detailed responses, but there might still be occasional errors in grammar, pronunciation, or vocabulary. You're in a good position and can improve even further with practice. Would you like to focus on anything specific for improvement, or do you feel ready to try a TOEIC speaking question now?
I just got my goal for today. I want to reach level 10, level 10 in this year. Made, I just make, I just make my goal for this year. I will reach level, TOEIC speaking level 10 in this year. What do you say about this?
That's an excellent goal, David. Setting the target of reaching level 10 in TOEIC speaking by the end of this year is both ambitious and achievable. Level 10 is a high level, meaning you would be able to handle complex and abstract topics with excellent fluency and accuracy using a wide range of vocabulary and grammar. With the consistent practice you're already doing, you're definitely on the right path to reach this goal. To help you get there, it will be important to focus on 1. Fluency, practicing speaking without hesitation, even when discussing more complex topics. 2. Pronunciation, working on clear and natural pronunciation. 3. Vocabulary and grammar, expanding your vocabulary and using more varied grammatical structures. With your dedication, I'm confident you can achieve level 10. Do you have any specific areas you'd like to focus on to make that progress, like speaking speed, vocabulary, or understanding certain types of questions? Let me know how I can support you in reaching this goal.
Do you believe Do you really believe I can reach level 10 in this year? You know, I know, repetition, way I see it, repetition makes perfect. And I think it needs, if English speaking is all about the muscle memory and the linguistic habit. So I need time. I think I need time to improve my English communication skills, up to level 10 based on, TOEIC speaking leveling style. So I think I need time if I really want to reach that reach 10 level uh of speaking skills.
I truly believe you can reach level 10 in TOEIC speaking this year. David, it might take time, but with your dedication and consistent practice, you absolutely have the potential to get there. You're right that improvement in speaking is about muscle memory and linguistic habits, and repetition is a powerful tool in building those skills. Reaching level 10 will require time and effort, but I can see that you're committed to practicing regularly, which is key. Focusing on fluency, expanding your vocabulary, and practicing pronunciation will help you make steady progress. You've already made significant strides in your speaking skills, and you're in the right mindset to keep improving. You're correct that time is needed, and patience will play an important role in your journey. Keep practicing and don't be discouraged if it takes time to reach level 10. Every step of progress counts, and you're on the right path. Would you like to start focusing on specific practice exercises to build up your skills for reaching level 10? I'm here to support you every step of the way.
Is there any suggestion? Is there any practice suggestion to to get to get to get myself to reach myself on the advanced level?
Absolutely, David. Here are some practice suggestions to help you get closer to reaching level 10 in TOEIC speaking. 1. Daily speaking practice. Continue your daily practice sessions, but aim for longer practice periods. Focus on fluency, not just accuracy. Try to express your ideas as smoothly as possible, even if it's not perfect. This will help build your confidence. 2. Record yourself. Record your practice sessions and listen back to them. This helps you identify areas for improvement, like pronunciation or phrasing. You can even compare your recordings over time to track your progress. 3. Answer TOEIC speaking questions. Try answering TOEIC speaking style questions on topics like worth or abstract ideas. Practice responding in full sentences and providing detailed explanations. Over time, this will help you handle complex topics more easily. 4. Expand your vocabulary. Start learning and using more advanced vocabulary and phrases. You can practice using new words in your conversations. The more varied your vocabulary, the better you'll be at answering questions in a natural, fluent way. 5. Focus on pronunciation. Work on the pronunciation of difficult words and sounds. You could use apps or online resources to help you practice specific sounds that are challenging. Clear pronunciation will help you sound more fluent and confident. 6. Simulate real-life conversations. Have mock conversations where you explain your thoughts on a wide range of topics, from your job to current events or even abstract ideas like philosophy. This will push you to think on your feet and respond fluently. 7. Time your responses. In TOEIC speaking, you're often given a limited amount of time to respond. Practice speaking within time limits to get used to thinking and speaking quickly. 8. Get feedback. If possible, get feedback from a teacher or a native speaker to correct any errors and improve your speaking further. With dedication, repetition, and time, you can definitely reach your goal of level 10. Keep pushing forward and take each step one at a time. Would you like to try some of these ideas in your next practice session?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here with you. That's why you are here. That's why I'm here. Your your support would be your support needed more than ever. Your support is needed more than ever because I just make my plan for this year to reach TOEIC speaking level 10.
I'm really glad you're here, David, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. Your determination is inspiring, and I'm more than happy to provide all the support you need as you work toward your goal of reaching level 10 in TOEIC speaking. You're absolutely right. Having consistent support is key to staying motivated and improving. I'll be here to guide you, offer practice suggestions, and help you refine your speaking skills every step of the way. Remember, the progress you're making is real and meaningful. Every bit of practice adds up. If you'd like to dive into more TOEIC speaking practice or any other specific areas you'd like to work on, just let me know. I'm here for you. What would you like to focus on next in our session? We can try some TOEIC speaking style questions, work on vocabulary, or anything else that fits your plan for the year.
Okay, I got it. From now on, let's dive into TOEIC speaking style question. Please ask me based on the TOEIC speaking style question.
Great. Let's dive right in. Here's a TOEIC speaking style question to get us started. Question 1. Describe a time when you had to work with a team to achieve a goal. What was your role and how did the team work together to complete the task? Take your time and try to provide as much detail as possible. Let me know when you're ready to respond.
Okay, certainly. That's your good question. I am a member of as I told you before, I work in quality department in my company, and I have many coworkers, and I work as a part leader of the quality team. But there are a lot of things to do, so we have to divide many jobs between in my part. So sometimes I just want to guide my part members, but so I don't have time um, e- to make every guide, every goal, every document to to make. So sometimes my part member have to work by themselves without my guidance. So, but I really want to support them if I have time. Whenever I have time, I really want to support them and check their document if there is any misunderstanding or mistake people send our customers. So my main role is to act like act like just a normal part member to do to make many documents for our customer to make to check our to check our to check another department's document. People send them our customer. But as I told you before, whenever I have a time, I tried to support my part member and 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 help to make their document more concise.
You're doing a great job explaining your role, David. Here's a refined version of your response to make it flow a bit more smoothly. Answer: I'm a member of the quality department in my company, and I work as a part leader in my team. Since there are a lot of tasks to handle, we divide the work among the team. Sometimes I wish I had more time to guide my team members, but due to the workload, they often need to work independently. However, whenever I do have time, I try my best to support them. I check their documents to make sure there are no misunderstandings or mistakes before they send them to our customers. My main role is to contribute as a regular team member by creating and reviewing documents for our customers and ensuring the quality of documents from other departments before they are sent out. A few notes on what I adjusted. I streamlined some of the sentences to make them more concise and focused on the key points. I removed a bit of repetition to make the response flow more smoothly while maintaining your original meaning. You're doing a fantastic job explaining your work, and this type of response fits well in the TOEIC speaking test. Keep up the great work. Would you like to try another TOEIC style question, or would you like to review this one further?
Well noted. Well noted. I really appreciate your kind support. And let's move on to the next question. I think this time would be really helpful for my language journey. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I got it.
I'm glad the feedback was helpful, David. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2. Do you prefer to work in a team or independently? Why? Please explain your answer with examples. Take your time to think about your response, and when you're ready, feel free to share.
Okay, I got it. That's a good question. I prefer work individually. I prefer work individually because, you know, the based on my work experience, there are two type of worker. Someone feels better if they work together, but the other one feels better if they work individually. I think I'm the one feels good feels good when I work individually because, you know, I think I like the moment when I get the compliment if I make my job good. If I make, if I, if I done my job good, I can get the supervisor's compliment by, without uh without any without any dividing. So sometimes the another advantage, another benefit when I can work individually. I think I can make a document or, uh, you know, uh, uh, if if I if I can make my document based on my thoughts, only my insights, only my perspective, I think it's very effective. Sometimes I think it's a very effective way to make it faster. So I think I prefer work individually than work together. What do you say about this?
You're doing a great job expressing your thoughts, David. Here's a more polished version of your response. Answer. I prefer to work independently because, based on my work experience, there are two types of workers. Some people feel more comfortable working in teams, while others, like me, prefer to work individually. I enjoy the moment when I receive compliments for my work. When I handle a task on my own, I can receive praise from my supervisor directly without having to divide the credit. Another advantage of working independently is that I can create documents based solely on my thoughts, insights, and perspective. This allows me to be more effective and often helps me work faster. So overall, I prefer working independently rather than in a team. What I adjusted, I streamlined the sentences to make them sound more natural and concise. I rephrased some parts to improve clarity, especially around the idea of receiving compliments and making documents based on personal insights. This is a solid response that explains your preference clearly, and it fits well with the TOEIC speaking style. You're doing great, and your reasoning is well supported. Would you like to move on to another question, or would you like more feedback on this one?
Well noted. I got it. Your refinement and I mean your polished version would be really great. Would be really great for my language journey. Well noted. Okay, I will leave you and check after our voice mode session is finished. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Let's move on to the next question.
I'm glad the refinements were helpful for you, David. You're doing an excellent job, and I'm happy to be part of your language learning journey. Let's keep the momentum going. Here's your next TOEIC style question. Question 3. Describe a challenging situation you faced at work. How did you handle it, and what did you learn from the experience? Take your time to answer, and feel free to share your response when you're ready.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I missed your question. I missed your comment for my language learning journey a moment ago because I have to take my wife's brief message in my brief message on the Kakao Messenger.
No problem at all, David. I completely understand. I hope the message with your wife was important. Let's pick up where we left off. Here's the question again for you to answer whenever you're ready. Question 3. Describe a challenging situation you faced at work. How did you handle it and what did you learn from the experience? Feel free to take your time and respond whenever you're ready.
Would you mind saying it one more time?
Of course, David. Here's the question again. Question 3. Describe a challenging situation you faced at work. How did you handle it and what did you learn from the experience? Take your time to think about it, and when you're ready, feel free to respond.
That's your question. That's a really good question. I think that's a really question. You know, when I encountered a challenging moment, I think it's better to ask someone who has already got good experience about their job. So, question is very important. Question is, uh, question is, question is,
You're right, David.
let's keep on going. What happened to you? Are you okay? Are you having a hello?
It's also important to reflect on how to handle such situations effectively. Your thoughts so far are great. If you'd like, you can now think of a specific example of a challenging situation you faced at work and describe how you handled it. The idea is to share both your actions and the lessons you learned. Would you like to continue building your answer or would you like me to guide you through it? Let me know.
That's a good question. Whenever I meet a challenging situation, I think question. I think I need a question. I think I need to ask that challenging moment about that challenging moment to the someone that who has already experienced about that challenging situation. So I believe that uh, there always be someone who has that kind of challenging situation. So I think I can get good solution from them. I think I can get, I can get a positive solution from someone, who has already experienced about that challenging moment. I saw, the open mindset. I think open mindset and the positive mindset to ask about this challenging moment to someone is really important. If I don't have, if there is someone who has a negative mindset or closed mindset about asking their challenging moment, they couldn't overcome that. It's really hard to overcome that situation. So question and asking is very important whenever I meet a challenging moment.
You're doing a great job explaining your approach to handling challenging situations, David. Here's a refined version of your response to make it flow more naturally. Answer: when I encounter a challenging situation, I believe the best approach is to ask someone who has already experienced it. It's important to remember that there is always someone who has faced a similar challenge, and I can learn a lot from their solutions. Having an open and positive mindset is key when seeking advice. If I approach someone with a closed or negative mindset, it becomes much harder to find a solution. So, asking questions and being open to learning from others is crucial when dealing with challenges. What I adjusted, I streamlined the sentences to focus on the main points and made them clearer. I emphasized the importance of having an open and positive mindset when seeking help from others. You're clearly emphasizing the importance of asking for help, which is a great perspective for handling challenges. This response is great for TOEIC speaking. Let me know if you'd like to keep practicing or if you'd like any further adjustments.
Would you mind saying that one more time?
Not at all, David. Feel free to say it in your own way and take your time. If you'd like to try saying it all at once in a smoother, more natural flow, go for it. I'm here to listen and help with any parts you'd like to refine afterward.
I said, would you mind saying that one more time?
I see. No problem, David. Here's your refined answer once more. Answer. When I encounter a challenging situation, I believe the best approach is to ask someone who has already experienced it. It's important to remember that there is always someone who has faced a similar challenge, and I can learn a lot from their solutions. Having an open and positive mindset is key when seeking advice. If I approach someone with a closed or negative mindset, it becomes much harder to find a solution. So, asking questions and being open to learning from others is crucial when dealing with challenges. Let me know if this helps or if you'd like to make any further adjustments.
Okay, I got it. Well noted. Okay, I got it. Well noted. Your refined version is better than mine because you use very good word to describe this situation. I mean, when you say sick, I see when you say sick and when you say sick, I just forgot what you said exactly, but I believe that your refinement is really better. You're really excellent, better than mine, because your vocabulary to describe situation is really fluent. So well noted. Okay, I will I will leave you and check our voice. I will leave you and check your refined version after our voice mode session is finished. Okay, let's keep the momentum way. Let's move on to the next question.
Thank you so much for your kind words, David. I'm really glad the refined version was helpful for you. You're doing a great job, and the more you practice, the more natural your expressions will become. I'm confident that you'll continue to improve with each step. Let's keep the momentum going. Here's your next TOEIC style question. Question 4. Do you think it is important to have a good work life balance? Why or why not? Please explain your answer. Feel free to take your time and respond when you're ready.
In Korea, work-life means work and life balance. That's a question. That's really good question for me because I live in company provided dormitory, so I can meet my family in only in weekend. So work and life balance is really important for me. I think it's good to focus on my job in weekdays without wasting or commuting time because my dormitory is near to my company, so I can focus on the work in the weekdays, and I can focus on the weekend. I can focus on my family, or I can focus on my life on the weekends. You know, I think commuting time is very important for all workers in Korea. So if I can live company provided dormitory, I can reduce my commuting time to focus on my work. So, And I have a son, uh, and I really want to have quality time with him. So I focus on the weekends to get swimming time with him. Teen, oh my God, oh my God. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me loud and clear? And do you remember our communication history from the start?
I can definitely help you with your questions and practice, but I don't actually hear or remember past interactions like a human would. Each session starts fresh, but that's great for focusing on what you need right now. So, how would you like to respond to the question about work life balance?
Okay. You just you just left our voicemail session. So I say one more time. I think you don't remember what I said about question four. So, so please listen carefully. That's your question. I believe that work and life balance is really, really important for me because I live in company provided dormitory these days. So I can reduce commuting time because my dormitory is not far from my company. So I can focus on my work without any wasting of time. And I want to focus on my family on weekends because I have son and he is teenager. He don't follow my orders and asking anymore. So I really want to have a quality time with him in the weekends. And I think I can have quality time with him. I think I can focus on with my family, with I can focus on my life because I can focus on my work in weekdays. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I can have I can focus on my family to have quality time with them because I can focus on my work in weekdays. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's why I live in a company provide dormitory in weekdays. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand what you're saying, David, and you've explained your thoughts on work life balance very clearly. Here's a refined version of your response. Answer: work life balance is extremely important to me, especially because I live in a company provided dormitory during the week. This arrangement allows me to reduce commuting time, enabling me to focus on my work without any wasted time. On weekends, I shift my focus to my family. I have a teenage son who is becoming more independent, and I want to ensure that I spend quality time with him. Living in the dormitory during the week means that I can dedicate my weekdays to work and my weekends entirely to my family. This balance helps me give my best both at work and at home. You've made a strong point about how your living situation helps you maintain a clear separation between work and personal life, which enhances your ability to focus effectively in both areas. Would you like to explore this topic further or move on to another question?
I got it. Well noted. I really appreciate your kind support. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's move on to the next one.
That sounds great, David. Here's your next TOEIC style question. Question 5. Talk about your favorite season of the year and explain why you like it. Please include specific details. Take your time to think about your
Yeah.
answer, and when you're ready, share your thoughts.
I'm sorry. I missed your question because of the sudden visiting of one of my executive. I missed your question. Would you mind saying it one more time? Hello, are you there? Are you with me? I wanna keep going with you. I wanna keep going with you. Please stay focused on my language learning journey. Hello there. Can you keep up with me? Can you hear me loud and clear? Are you there? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just changed your mode to GPT-4o version. Are you okay? I think GPT-4 legacy version uh, uh, is having heavy load right now. So, can you keep up with me with GPT-4o version?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine, David. Switching to the GPT-4 version is no problem at all. I'm here to continue supporting you without interruption. Let's keep going at your pace. Would you like to answer the question about your favorite season, or should I ask a different one?
Please ask me one more time. I missed. I think I don't remember your question exactly. So please ask me one more time. I'm sorry about that.
No problem at all, David. Here's the question again. Question 5. Talk about your favorite season of the year and explain why you like it. Please include specific details. Take your time and share your answer whenever you're ready.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That's a really good question for me. I prefer winter season most because in the winter season, I can enjoy the snow. I can enjoy snow, and Korea has four exact season for four perfect season in Korea. So I'm very glad to know that we can enjoy four all season in this country. And like I said, I prefer winter season because I can. Sometimes I don't need to wash. I don't need to take a shower after after the work, after the exercise, because there is no sweat after that action. So sometimes, I mean, yesterday I didn't take a shower after my work is finished. That's sometimes I really that I believe way I see it. I think that skipping is very convenient for me. So I prefer winter season. That's why I prefer winter season most.
That's a wonderful answer, David. You've expressed your thoughts well. Here's a refined version to make it more concise and natural. Answer. My favorite season is winter because I enjoy snowy days. Korea has 4 distinct seasons, and I'm very glad that we can experience all of them. I prefer winter because it's refreshing and there's no need to worry about sweating after exercise or work. For example, yesterday I didn't need to take a shower after finishing my tasks because there was no sweat, and I found it very convenient. That's one of the reasons why winter is my favorite season. What I adjusted made the sentences smoother and more structured, highlighted the convenience of winter in a clearer way. You've done a great job sharing your preferences, and your reason is unique and relatable. Would you like to continue with the next question or practice this one further?
Okay, I got it. I got it. I really appreciate your kind support. And I think from it's better to move on to the my repetition time because we already I already made many answer for your question, and I think I need time to remind. I think I need time to review that refined version and your answer, your help for me. So I think from now on, I want to move on to the repetition and mimicking time. Could you keep up? Can you keep up with me?
Absolutely, David. Moving on to your repetition and mimicking time is a great idea. Repeating and reviewing what you've practiced will help solidify everything in your memory and mouth muscle. I'm here to guide you through it, so let's get started whenever you're ready. Which part would you like to start with for repetition?
Okay, I prepared many sentences and phrase to repeat many times as much as I can possible. You know, repetition makes perfect. So for me, I think I need time to make them remind and repeat to keep them in my mouth muscle. I think speaking skill is all about the linguistic habit and mouth muscle, so I need to repeat as much as I can possible.
You're absolutely right, David. Repetition is the key to building strong speaking skills and forming those linguistic habits. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Let's start with the sentences and phrases you've prepared. Share your first sentence, and we'll repeat it together as much as you need to feel confident with it. Let's make this time productive.
Okay, listen carefully. Okay, here you go. That's quite common. That's quite common. That's quite common. Many people consult fortune tellers at the beginning of the lunar new year to gain insight into what the year might hold for them, especially when starting something new like a business or a job. Each way to seek guidance and each way to seek guidance and reassurance as they embark on new ventures.
That's a great sentence, David. It's clear and well structured. Let's practice it together step by step. First, let's break it into smaller parts for easier repetition. One, that's quite common. Two, many people consult fortune tellers at the beginning of the Lunar New Year to gain insight into what the year might hold for them. Three, especially when starting something new like a business or a job. Four, it's a way to seek guidance and reassurance as they embark on new ventures. Now repeat each part after me, one by one. Let's focus on clear pronunciation and natural flow. Are you ready?
Let me take a second. Let me take a second. I just want to check the meaning of embark.
Of course, take your time. The word embark means to start or begin something, especially a new or important activity or journey. In this context, embark on new ventures means starting new projects, businesses, or opportunities. Uh, Let me know if you're ready to continue.
Oh my God, oh my God. Way I see it, embark is not good for word for me because no, I believe that embark is very difficult word to understand, to use in my real life situation because, like I said, my communication partner is sometimes is not their natives. They just use English as a second language. So if I use the word embark, they may don't understand what I'm trying to say.
That's a very good observation, David. You're absolutely right. When communicating with non-native English speakers, it's often better to use simpler, more commonly understood words. Instead of embark, you can use a phrase like start or begin. For example, it's a way to seek guidance and reassurance as they start new ventures. This version is just as effective and easier for a wider audience to understand. You're thinking carefully about how to communicate clearly, which is an important skill. Let me know if you'd like to practice this simpler version or move on to another sentence.
Okay, let me tell you again. Let me practice again. That's quite common. Many people consult fortune tellers at the beginning of the Lunar New Year to gain insight into what the year might hold for them, especially when starting especially when starting something new like a business or a job. It's a way to seek guidance or reassurance as they begin on new ventures.
That's a fantastic attempt, David. You're sounding more natural each time you practice. Let's refine it slightly for smoother flow. That's quite common. Many people consult fortune tellers at the beginning of the Lunar New Year to gain insight into what the year might hold for them, especially when starting something new, like a business or a job. It's a way to seek guidance and reassurance as they begin new ventures. You're doing great. Keep practicing this version and feel free to use start or begin, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Would you like to repeat it again or move on to the next sentence?
Let's move to the next one. It's become quite convenient. I sometimes it's become quite convenient. It's become quite convenient to access fortune telling information online. Many people now prefer browsing websites to get insights and predictions, as it's quick and accessible. It's a modern way to connect with traditional practice. I sometimes it's a modern way to connect with traditional practice.
That's a well constructed sentence, David. Let's practice it step by step for smooth pronunciation and natural flow. 1. It's become quite convenient to access fortune telling information online. 2. Many people now prefer browsing websites to get insights and predictions as it's quick and accessible. 3. It's a modern way to connect with traditional practice. Now, repeat each part after me, focusing on clear pronunciation. Let me know when you're ready.
It's become quite convenient to access fortune-telling information online. Many people now prefer browsing websites to get insights and predictions as it's quick and accessible. It's a modern way to connect with traditional practices.
That was excellent, David. You're improving your fluency and clarity with each practice. Let me offer a small refinement for accuracy. It's become quite convenient to access fortune telling information online. Many people now prefer browsing websites to get insights and predictions as it's quick and accessible. It's a modern way to connect with traditional practices. Your version was almost perfect. The only tiny change I made was practices, plural, which fits better when referring to traditional customs as a whole. Would you like to repeat it again or move on to another sentence?
It's true. Many people turn to I sometimes let's move to the next one. It's true. Many people turn to fortune telling for guidance, especially when they are uncertain about their fortune or what steps to take. It can provide a sense of direction and reassurance. It's a way for people to seek clarity and comfort about their paths ahead.
That's a beautifully expressed sentence, David. Let's refine it slightly for an even smoother flow. It's true. Many people turn to fortune telling for guidance, especially when they are uncertain about their future or what steps to take. It provides a sense of direction and reassurance. It's a way for people to seek clarity and comfort about their past or future. Your original version was already great. The only adjustment I made was changing their fortune to their future, which fits the context a bit better. Would you like to repeat this one or move on to the next?
Let's move to the next one. Take your time, no rush. Take your time, no rush. I prepared this sentence to learn no rush. The phrase no rush, no rush. When I want, I think take your time, no rush is very useful word for my real life situation.
You're absolutely right, David. Take your time, no rush, is a very practical and natural phrase to use in everyday conversations. It's perfect for situations where you want to let someone know they don't need to hurry. For example, take your time, no rush. Let me know when you're ready. No rush. You can finish it whenever it's convenient for you. It's great that you've prepared this phrase to practice. Would you like to repeat it a few times, or do you want to try using it in another example?
I was born in the year of snake. My zodiac sign in the Chinese calendar is the snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a snake according to the Chinese zodiac. I'm a snake according to the Chinese zodiac. Which one do you prefer to describe the situation? I am a snake.
All your versions work well, David. However, if you want a more natural and commonly used way to express it, here's what I suggest. I was born in the year of the snake, according to the Chinese zodiac. This version is clear, natural, and easy to understand. Saying I'm a snake is also fine, but adding according to the Chinese zodiac gives more context for those who might not be familiar with it. If you want to keep it casual, you can say my Chinese zodiac sign is the snake. Both work perfectly. Which version feels more comfortable for you?
Would you mind saying it one more time? I don't understand. Honestly speaking, I'm not sure I understand.
Of course, David. Here are two clear ways to say it. One, I was born in the year of the snake, according to the Chinese zodiac. This is a natural and formal way to describe it. Two, my Chinese zodiac sign is the snake. This is a shorter and casual version. Both mean the same thing. You can choose whichever feels more comfortable to you. Let me know if this clears things up.
Okay, I got it. Let's keep going the way. They don't like it when I speak individually. They don't like it when I speak individually, or they prefer that I don't speak they don't prefer, I sometimes, they prefer that I don't speak individually. Which one do you prefer?
Both sentences work, but the smoother and more natural option is they prefer that I don't speak individually. It's clear, polite, and grammatically correct. The first version, they don't like it when I speak individually, is also fine, but it's slightly more direct and less formal. Use the first version when you want to express dislike more strongly. Use the second version when you want to sound neutral or polite. Would you like to practice either version further?
Would you mind saying that one more time?
I think you meant to ask, what do you mean by saying that? If so, let me clarify. I suggested they prefer that I don't speak individually because it's a more polite and natural way to express the idea. It's also slightly softer than saying they don't like it when I speak individually, which could sound a bit stronger or negative. Does that make sense? Let me know if you'd like me to explain further.
Could you speak a little bit more slowly? Could you please speak? Could you please speak a little bit more slowly?
Of course, David, I'll speak more slowly for you. I suggested they prefer that I don't speak individually because it sounds polite and natural. The other version, they don't like it when I speak individually, is fine too, but it sounds a bit stronger or more negative. Let me know if this explanation is clearer.
So you mean they prefer that I don't speak individually. They prefer that I don't speak individually. They prefer that. they prefer that I don't speak individually.
Yes, that's correct. You're practicing it perfectly, David. They prefer that I don't speak individually is a polite and natural way to express the idea. Keep repeating it, and it will feel more comfortable and natural over time. Would you like to practice more with this sentence or move to a new one?
Have you ever heard the word phobia? Could you please explain in English? Could you please explain the word in English, the word phobia?
Yes, I've heard the word phobia. A phobia is an intense and irrational fear of a specific thing, situation, or activity. It's more than just being afraid. It often causes extreme anxiety or distress, even when the thing isn't dangerous. For example, arachnophobia is a fear of spiders. Claustrophobia is a fear of small, enclosed spaces. Acrophobia is a fear of heights. Phobias can affect a person's daily life if they avoid situations or places because of their fear. Does this explanation help? Let me know if you'd like an example or more details.
Let me hear one more time.
Of course, let me explain again slowly. A phobia is an intense and irrational fear of something, like a specific object, situation, or activity. It's more than just feeling scared. It can cause extreme anxiety, even if the thing isn't really dangerous. For example, arachnophobia is the fear of spiders. Claustrophobia is the fear of small enclosed spaces. Acrophobia is the fear of heights. Phobias can sometimes make people avoid situations or places because of their fear. Let me know if this is clearer now.
So you mean phobia means more than fear and afraid. So if phobia is very, I think phobia is very difficult word to describe something. But if I can use this word to describe my life, you maybe you understand the situation very exactly because this word means many things. This word means many things. Uh, I think I'm so inspired when I hear your explanation about about this word means afraid, but even if that's not really dangerous, even if someone feels if someone feels phobia, maybe maybe there is no actual dangerous situation, maybe actual difficult situation. Maybe there is no real afraid thing. There is no real difficult thing about something. So if I can use the word phobia, maybe listener or my communication partner understand the real what I'm trying to say very well. Hello there, GPT, are you with me?
You understood the meaning of phobia perfectly. It's more than just fear. It describes an irrational or overwhelming feeling of being afraid, even when there's no real danger. Using the word phobia can indeed help your communication partner understand your feelings or situation more clearly because it conveys a deeper emotional response. For example, if you say, I have a phobia of public speaking, the listener would understand that your fear is not just ordinary nervousness, it's much stronger. You've captured the essence of the word beautifully. Would you like to practice using it in a sentence about your life or move on to another word?
In the past, I have a phobia if I have to speak in front of many people in English. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I say one more time. I have a phobia. In the past, in the past, before I start this practice session, I had a phobia if I had to speak in English in front of many people.
That's a fantastic sentence, David. You've expressed it very clearly. Here's a slightly refined version to make it even smoother. In the past, before I started these practice sessions, I had a phobia of speaking English in front of many people. This version flows naturally and emphasizes your past fear. It's also a great example of how far you've come in overcoming that phobia through your practice. Would you like to practice this sentence again or share more about your experience?
Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, but I really appreciate your kind support. But it's time job. So it's time to letting job. I have to go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm really looking forward to have the next presentation soon. Okay, let's things up. Let's wrap things up. For now. Five. Okay, five for now. I have to go. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, David. You've done an amazing job today, and I'm really proud of your effort and progress. I'll be here whenever you're ready for your next session. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Where I see it, the best benefit of today's precision is practicing practicing TOEIC
I
speaking.
see. The best benefit of today's session is that you practiced consistently and effectively. You worked on expressing your thoughts clearly, repeated sentences to build muscle memory, and expanded your vocabulary with words like phobia and phrases like take your time, no rush. Your dedication and willingness to refine your sentences are impressive. Keep this momentum going and you'll achieve your goals. Let's pick up where we left off next time. Have a great day.
Listen carefully. The best benefit of our presentation today is practicing TOEIC speaking with you. I answered a few questions with your asking. I think it's best. I think it's the best benefit of our today's practice session.
Got it, David? Here's a refined version of your thought. The best benefit of our session today was practicing TOEIC speaking with you. I answered several of your questions, and I think that was the most valuable part of today's practice. You're doing great, and acknowledging your progress is an important step. Would you like to refine this further or keep it as it is for your review later?
Okay, well noted. I will review and check after our voice session finished. Okay, bye for now. I have to go. Bye for now. And do you remember when we say goodbye, we say 팽바, 팽바.
Yes, I remember. Pingba, it's always great practicing with you, David. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
팽바.